Hey Facebook, this is Vishnu Durga, Coach Vishnu Durga and Coach Prem Parsan. Today we want to reach out to you with our Business Tip Tuesdays. We normally talk to you on Mondays. Monday is our education day, so once we show up here on Monday, we're just working on educating ourselves constantly, and somewhere along the day, I think we get so caught up because we end at 7. So Prem and myself, we actually end up, our last session is 6 to 7. We have the Action Invest Toastmasters as well, that is 5 to 6, and it's just, from 9 in the morning it starts, 7 at night. So Carmelita actually suggested that, we shift to the Tuesday around lunchtime, so you'll be seeing us around that time. Nazim will make sure that we are set up and ready to come to you. And today we wanted to share a bit with you on communication. So Prem, what do you have in mind?
So we just completed a training. It is this personality profile. And I want to share why is it so important for us to be able to learn of the community that we're in. We are in a community that is so diverse, and we have so many different personalities, and there are conflicts and so many things that happen in our teams that it's so important to be able to understand each other. And what we did is we talked about the 4 personality styles that we have, which was the dominant style, the influential, the stable, and the analytical. And it's so important for us to be able to understand each other. And that's how we are able now to achieve the goals or the targets or whatever it is that we want to be able to achieve as a team.
And we're now heading into our 5th year, or actually in our 5th year for Action Coach. In November will officially be 5 years. And over the past 5 years, we've worked with a few hundred companies. And when you think about it, it sounds like a lot. But in Guyana, we have 20,000 businesses that are legally registered, at least, leaving out the many that are operating without having gotten into our legal framework. And then you realize how small that number is. If it's 100, 200, it's still extremely small. It's 1% of the companies. And the amazing thing is that this 1% of the companies continues to do fantastically, even given the current situation. So what always comes to my mind is knowledge, skills, and abilities. The knowledge is out there. Knowledge is in abundance. Open a book, go to YouTube, go to Google. Knowledge is there. And even when we were working with participants just now, we gave them a lot of knowledge. They're blown away by it, so now they know stuff. Our training is also heavily focused on the skill side of it, which is practicing what this knowledge tells you to do in order to get good. We train heavily on the skill side of things, because only if people have skills that they can go apply will things be different. Many of us have knowledge and nothing different happens. And then think about when the first time you stood next to a swimming pool and you did not know to swim. Does it mean that you didn't have knowledge about swimming? Sure not. You always looked at TV, so you know that this thing called swimming exists. Right? So you had knowledge, but that didn't mean that you could swim. At some point in time, you made a decision to get swimming classes, and then you had to practice the skill now. And you practice for 1 day, 2 days, a week, maybe a month. And then one day, when you finally pushed off and you notice, well, I'm floating and I'm moving forward, eureka! You then understood that you had the ability to swim. So now, today, when you're standing next to a swimming pool and you have that ability, you feel a high level of self-confidence. And what we as an organization can do for you is that we can give you the knowledge or clarify the knowledge, and we can get you started on the skill. Maybe even get you 15, 20, 50% down the skill. Your responsibility is to make sure that you further develop the skill into an ability. Because in life, we don't get rewarded for knowledge. We maybe get rewarded to some extent for skills, but the thing that really rewards us in life is when we have the ability to do certain things. So I want to leave you with making sure that you determine what abilities do you want in life. Start finding the knowledge source for that. and go and start understanding how to practice the skill. And that is where you're going to get what you really want out of life. Prem, any thoughts?
To add to what Vishnu was saying too is, yes, we have the skills, or we have the knowledge, and we develop the skill. But then it's up to us, of course, to be able to make the choices and the actions, and adjust the behaviors that we have to be able to achieve the results that we really want to get. And that's what really is going to make the impact, or have the impact for ourselves in terms of success, or whatever it is that you want to achieve in life. So with the knowledge that you've achieved, develop the skill, and that will result in, your actions will result in whatever it is that you want to achieve. So you have the tools, you use the tools, right? So you have the hammer, for example, right? Learn how to use the hammer, but it's your decision now to actually apply it. That's good.
And then, we taught personality styles. I already have the ability to be dominant and to be influential. Prem already has the ability to be stability-oriented and to be conscientious, to be compliance-oriented. I have to do my best to develop the abilities that Prem has, or at the bare minimum, to understand Prem and to be able to work with Prem. And Prem has to do the same. He has to develop the abilities I have, or at the bare minimum, understand what my abilities are and to be able to work with me. And this way, we as a team will get much bigger results than if we were to do it individually. So if you're interested in much bigger results, if you are interested in really locking in these abilities that will get you the results that you're looking for, to get you to the goals that you're really seeking to achieve, make contact with us. Message Prem, message me, call Action Coach, share this video with anyone you think that really needs it. And for the many people who've already done their communication training, their DISC training, give us a thumbs up and let us also know how it has served you in the past and how it will serve you in the future.
Yeah.
Remember, return on investment comes from first making the investment.
Yes. And not only for yourself, too, for your teams. Alright? And in the comments you can write, if you went through the communication style workshop, type in your style. Right? Let's have a conversation in the comments. Alright?
Bye-bye from the Heidi.